Go
hear
ahead.
that Will Smith is performing at the BET Awards this weekend?
Oh, I thought we were starting with somebody else.
No, no,
Okay.
no.
I did hear that. Um, he's supposed to be not only performing, but
Mhm.
performing an original song, a new original song.
Is this the song with Sean Paul?
I have no idea because we don't know what song it is.
I saw something today that said that he has a song with Sean Paul.
What we do know is it's not getting jiggy with it. It's not parents just don't understand. It's not Miami. It's not any
You,
of those.
you think it's gonna be that same vibe though, right?
I don't know what he's gonna do.
Oh. I
I have
just feel
no
like,
idea.
you know, it's kind of his lane.
Does Will Smith have a lane in music today? I
I'm
don't
not
know.
talking about today. I'm just talking about in general. I feel like Will Smith, all of the popular songs were, you know, these like fun. It had a specific vibe. I think. I don't. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but
Like up tempo.
yeah, like that up tempo, like your dad who doesn't listen to rap listens to it, like that sort of, you know, palatable for the masses type of rap. The hippity hoppity. When I say hippity hoppity, I mean like I don't want to liken it to nursery rhymes, but like that super catchy, like very easy. I'm not trying to call like never mind. I feel like I'm stepping in it, but I don't know how else to describe it because I don't like you. I don't know. Getting jiggy with it is a very specific type of song.
I didn't say a word. I was trying not to say someone's name.
Oh, I don't even know whose name you would say, but getting jiggy with it. Welcome to Miami. Those are like very specific types of songs. I feel like
Yes.
so, and that's what I'm trying to describe.
So was Wild Wild West. So was the
Right,
Men in Black song. He
right.
tried to switch it up on Switch. Remember Switch?
Vaguely.
Yeah. That's how we all feel. And then DMX said that Rihanna stole his beat.
Interesting.
Apparently, Upon the Replay is the same beat as Switch, or very similar to Switch.
Interesting. I'm not gonna go back and fact check that, but like I'm not gonna go
Mhm.
listen to it. But um,
He said, trying to jack Will Smith for a beat. It's like trying to jack me from the streets, or something like that.
that's funny. Um, but yeah. So I'm curious to see what it's gonna be. Um, I just, I'm glad that we're moving on. I
But
think
should
we,
we be moving on?
I think we should.
Okay.
I think it was a conflict between two men that became public.
It was not a conflict between two men. I'm sorry, I highly disagree with that.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to agree, but I believe it was a conflict.
One man was doing his job, and the other man lost his top, lost his cool, blew his top.
He did. I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'm not just talking about the one moment that they had. I think that they had tension. Tension rose and it came to blows. I'm not saying that it was on both sides. It was clearly one-sided what happened at the Oscars. But what I'm saying is this conflict happened between these two people. It's okay for us to move on. Like what I don't understand what penance people are still asking him to pay. That's between him and that man at this point. And whoever like and him and the Oscars.
I'm listening.
You see two people you know get into a fight every time you see them, it's about the fight.
It depends on how that fight went.
Okay. Well, I mean, listen, I'm in the business of letting things go. I don't think that everything is forgivable, but I do think that some things are. So I think we can all move on now. I thought we had all moved on now. We don't talk about the slap. It's not like it's, you know, top of mind at this point. It appears that he is trying to move on, and Chris Rock isn't saying anything about it. So what is everybody else supposed to do?
I was just being an asshole when I asked, should we move on? Um, Trying to be a little jokey joke, but I do disagree about the conflict thing. Uh, and so I looked up conflict, but it doesn't answer what I was looking for.
I mean, because conflict could be a lot of different things. A conflict is you and I disagreeing about this topic is a conflict.
Yeah, but nobody disagreed on anything.
But
The
I'm not.
one guy was getting paid to do a job, and the other guy smacked him.
I understand that. What I'm saying is there was when this happened, it was revealed that there was, or not revealed. People knew. I did not know. That's why I say it was revealed that there was this ongoing tension between Chris Rock and Will Smith and his wife.
Oh, okay.
So that's
We
why
could
I
we
say
could we could leave it. I don't want to. It's old. I said on our old show that it was bullshit. It had nothing to do with that stuff, and I still stand on that. I don't think this had anything to do with the year before and the jokes or the jokes of that moment. I think Will Smith was tired of being picked on and spoken about on the internet and smacked the first person who he thought he could make an example of. That's what I think. I said that way back. I think that still. I don't think there was any conflict or tension. I think that was a bullshit story that the Smith family said and their supporters said to try to justify the assault that we all witnessed.
So do you think that Will Smith should be should go away and like not work anymore?
No, I think that he's very lucky, and I said that when we were doing the other show. I think he's very lucky that Chris Rock, one, didn't beat the shit out of him,
Hmm.
two, didn't press charges.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just asking like as bystanders, what do we do now?
Oh, we don't do anything. That's why I was said I was being I said I was joking around when I said should we let it go. I do disagree seriously about the conflict, but moving on, I was just being an asshole. I don't think the slap still matters today. I think what I think if you're going to discuss not you and me, but people in general, I think the slap matters in terms of contractual work for Will Smith. I
Hmm.
think that I think when he had that moment, the industry was looking at him a certain way. The industry was questioning should he go away. The industry was questioning can we still work with this ticking time bomb of
Hmm.
sorts. I think it kind of put the safe guy, if you will, in question. He's always kind of been the guy who, oh, he's Will Smith. He's fun. He's lovable. He's silly. He's jolly. He's great. We've never had a problem. Brand friendly. And then this happened on national television live. And I think the industry was looking like, uh-oh, what do we do now? But Will Smith fans are still Will Smith fans. I don't think he lost fans, and the comedians are still letting him live. A lot of the comedians felt the way I know that. They spoke publicly against it at the time. But I don't see anybody squaring up with Will Smith from the comedy sector. So we as fans, then we do what we would normally do. unless you feel or felt that the assault was so uncalled for and so big of a deal. There's a word I'm looking for, but I can't think of it. But unless you thought it was so big of a deal that you needed to boycott everything Will Smith, then that's your choice as an American citizen. But I don't think there's some call to action that we need to boycott Will Smith. If I did, we wouldn't be talking about Bad Boy so often here or
Mhm.
talking about his performance that we're talking about. I don't think anybody has to do anything except Chris Rock. Chris Rock was the one who had to make decisions, and he made them. Whether we agree with them or not, different conversation. But Chris Rock is the one who had to figure out how to live life after that moment. So I don't. I think what he did was cowardly, and I think he should have got his ass whipped, or he should have went to jail for hitting a man on national television. And I think he knew. I think he purposely picked Chris Rock because there was plenty of people. Everyone on the internet was making fun of Will Smith. He didn't have to smack Chris Rock, but he knew if I smack Chris Rock on national television, the host of this show is not gonna hit me back. And if he does, the host of the show is probably gonna have more problems than me, who's always been the quote unquote safe guy. So yeah,
Well,
but
what do you think about him performing at the BET Awards?
oh, that's what I was about to say. I'm curious to see what this song sounds like. Because we haven't heard music from Will Smith since I don't know when. It's been a long time. I was gonna ask you, you think he's gonna bust out in a dance? Because a lot of his songs in the last 20 years, the few that we have got, they've got choreographed dancing. Men in Black, Switch.
Right.
Mm.
He might. I don't know. Um,
I do
I mean,
think it's
he's in
weird.
great shape, so
He is in great shape. That's true.
so you know, dancing is not outside of his purview.
Well,
But
that's why I'm asking. He gets his choreographed dances in. So
I guess we'll see. I'm not even sure what that looks like today. But yeah, especially
what if I'm totally wrong and he bust out in like a hard ass rap?
that'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. The only thing
Like if
I
he had
have is
Kendrick write a rap for him.
that would be fascinating to, to watch, to experience. Like
He start doing voices
no, I don't want to see that. I do think it's smart of BET to have him
because
come and perform there, but
of the success of Bad Boys.
the success of Bad Boys, the controversy of it all. I mean, people are still obviously we're here talking about Will Smith's trajectory in the last couple of years, so I think they know that, and that makes sense. And I think they've done a great job not only marketing the show, but also they do a great job at considering those sorts of things, like who's popular on the internet, who is everybody buzzing about right now. Like I feel like they do a really great job at that. I see Taraji P Henson is hosting the awards this year, so just
Yep.
I think that I don't know who's doing music programming over there right now, but it seems like they're really tapped in. So curious to see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to watch the whole show, but I will be on the internet checking out the clips and all of the highlights to make sure that we can talk about it next week.
Okay. Sounds good.